Hey everyone, welcome to the episode 7 of Prasidee Podcast and the concluding part of our interview with Mrs. Preeti Suri, founder and owner of a beautiful home decor studio, Dastakari Collections, in the upscale market of Shahpur Jat in Delhi. Let's continue our conversation and learn how to deal with the pressure we face in our business and what does it take to become a successful women entrepreneur like her. So Rajiv, we understand that you help Preeti a lot with her work professionally. So what is your take with when it comes to your home? Do you help her a lot managing her home as well, your home as well?
See, I think everything is like a partnership. And you really need to pitch in. If you need things to be working for how you would want them to be, you really need to get them and do things. So I think, like she just explained, that's how we gain up our families. We've always been together and we believe in doing things in a collective way and we pitch in. And so, whether it is at home or it is here, it's two of us together.
We are seeing the chemistry between you two and I'm very happy to see that. Alright, let's move on. So, let's talk about your initial fears, Preeti. Were you scared or you had any second thoughts at any point in time? Things might not work out as you want them to be?
Yes. I had a lot of scares, when we started this. I wasn't sure if Shahpur Jat was the right place to, open a studio. I wasn't sure what kind of crowd comes here, whether they'll really look for home decor or not. I wasn't sure if, this is going to be a regular walk-in kind of a thing. What people are going to compare us with, is this what they are going to be looking for? Is the store big enough for them or is it nice, cozy store? But at any point of time, I was sure that there is no turning back. I knew this is what it is. I was happy to see this taking shape in front of my eyes. I in fact went to the extent of painting one of these walls myself when the studio was coming up. And at the end of it, when we saw the way it had taken shape, both of us were extremely satisfied. We were very happy, and yes, we love coming here every day because this is what we've created ourselves.
What about you, Rajiv? You had any second thoughts with what Preeti was thinking, or you were very sure from the very beginning?
See, there are two ways of looking at it. If I look at it as a business model, then there would be situations where I would say that the maths is not going to work out. But since my childhood, I believe in something. If there is a hunch, if I strongly believe in something within my heart, it has to be pursued because that's where success lies. So you have to overcome your fears. There will be a lot of thoughts which will come to you to stop you not letting move forward. But I guess our hunch, our belief, it is work. And as days go by, we are going to do better and better.
That's great. All right. Now I have this very important question from you, Preeti, first, and we talked about it earlier also. How did you deal with the situation when you were opening this studio and you had thought of a budget that you had in your mind, but the actual expenditure was going up to 3 to 4 times of what you had thought initially? Yeah. How did you deal with the whole situation? Because I guess many of our young entrepreneurs face this situation. Right. Whatever we think of as a budget, it definitely goes by that.
Right. So, yes, we definitely didn't stay in our budgets. And however, we just went with the flow. But let me tell you, it was a very scary situation. We realized that, whatever we had planned and what we were actually spending in the initial few months, it was just not talking to each other and it was kind of scary. We were a little tense and things like that. If I look back, I now know that, there were certain things that we could have avoided doing. Like, certain items that we selected to be in the store, we could have just avoided having them here. But, I think that every transaction just helps you learn. So now that we're looking at it, now we know, exactly in what way we need to move forward. In that entire bargain, what we had to do was, yes, while we were, using all our savings, we had to open up our FDs. We had to let go of some of our luxury 2 and 4-wheeler, which he's being very passionate about. He's a very passionate automobile person, but we just let them go because this is what was reality. This is what we had to make work. And we knew at the back of our mind, like we've always done, that if we continuously keep being passionate about what we're doing here, all these things will come back to us eventually. So, yeah, it was scary, but we somehow sailed through it.
You managed it. Let's talk from directly, take some tips from the investor who's sitting with us. So, you give some tips to us. What can a person do in this situation?
See, I think it is important to evaluate your, the money at hand or sources available versus the expenses you're about to make. It's also important to prioritize. The fine line to go by is understand what is urgent and what is important. Look at all urgent things, important can be taken care of later. Still, you would go wrong. But that's okay. That's a learning phase, and one really needs to cope up pretty well to be able to overcome these issues. So, but go with your gut. If you still feel that whatever you want to do, even if it's going to be not making sense from a maths perspective, it's still okay to go ahead.
That's very nice of you to say. Okay, so when you were doing everything by yourself, you were running around looking for vendors, managing everything. You also told me that you organized a few exhibitions at your home also.
Yes.
At any point in time, did it ever occur to you to rope in a co-founder?
There is.
Yes, now we see a co-founder.
So, no, never. Both of us had this thought very clear in our mind that we're taking a risk and we want to do this together. We want to experience this together. So we partner together on this, and for now, that's how the team is going to be. Just me and him.
Alright. So, Rajiv, did you ever think that Preeti, apart from you, Preeti should get in a co-founder, he should look for somebody who could help her doing and managing things?
No, I always have this trust and faith in her that if she's so passionate about something, she's going to make it a success. She's been a successful professional for about 22 years of her career. And she's contributed a lot, significantly a lot to the organization that she's worked for. No reason why she wouldn't be able to create a success out here.
That's so nice of him to say that, and I can see the results in front of my own eyes. Alright, okay, so Preeti, I understand that you have been working a lot, doing a lot of running around, and you had to take care of so many things. How did you deal with the pressure in your personal life?
I didn't have any pressure in personal life per se. I have learned to stay focused on what I'm doing and enjoy this new baby grow in front of my eyes. As I explained earlier, one way or the other, everybody from family has been involved in this, and I know my kids are watching me. And what I do right now and how I handle this whole situation is going to be a very big example for them to go ahead in life, for them to pursue their dreams further. So I have that thought constantly at the back of my mind, and I've kind of learned to, stay calm in whatever is coming my way.
That's very nice. Rajiv, let's ask you, while you were seeing Preeti doing so much of hard work and running around, what thoughts or what emotions were invoked in you? How were you feeling at that point in time?
See, I believe that whenever you start anything, any initiative, any business, any job, there are bound to be some kind of issues that will come up which you never expected. And you need to deal with them. Right? The best way to deal with them is, one issue at a time, day by day. And if you can handle that well on a day-on-day basis, you can definitely overcome them. So, plus the other thing is to maintain a perfect, time for work and time for play. So when you're working, and when you're playing, you don't mix them. If that is done good enough, it can take care of a lot of issues. I think in our case, it's really worked pretty well.
I hope all the husbands get to see Rajiv talk and see how they should support their wives. Alright, so now we are coming to the end of our interview, and this is our last question. So, did you ever think of a backup plan in case Dastakari Collections did not or might not perform as you expected it to be?
No, because it has to be a success. I firmly believe in it. We both have firmly believed in this since the time we started, that there is no looking back. There isn't anything happening. It has to be the Dastakari Collections for us.
And what about you, Rajiv? Did you have...
I agree. So I read it somewhere that the moment you make a backup plan means that you failed your own particular initiative. So there is no backup plan for Dastakari. It is becoming a success, and I'm sure inshallah soon it will be a grand success.
I can see it as a very big success as of now also. Now, since you both are so experienced and you have been through all the situations, what suggestions do you have for others, who have faced some setbacks in their work? Because I am sure you would have also faced certain and dealt with certain setbacks. What do you suggest to people out there?
See, I personally feel after going through this for a year that, just pick up what is your hobby. Just pick up what is your passion and just start pursuing it as your profession. Because the moment you do that, you will start enjoying every minute of it. There are going to be times that it's going to be difficult. There are going to be times that you have to deal with everything alone. But just learn to enjoy every minute of it, because the sense of gratification that comes at the end of it is just immense. Learn to love what you're doing, and like they say that for you to reach somewhere, it's very important to take that first step, which you've done.
That's nice. And what about you, Rajiv? What final piece of suggestions for people who are facing setbacks?
Simply put, you can say listen to your heart and follow your passion and follow your dreams. That's it. You can't be successful. And success cannot be measured by just financial status.
Absolutely.
It's got to do with how good you feel about what you're doing. So, and we are absolutely in a fantastic place from that point of view.
That's great. Now, this is my, I have to ask you, because I see you enjoying everything, doing everything around here. What advice would you have for other women out there? What do you have to tell them?
See, all I want to tell everybody out there, especially women, is that you're born a woman does not mean that you're weak. People can say whatever they want to say about you, but you are an excellent human being at the end of the day. Just go ahead and follow your passion. Just follow your dream, because this is one life you have one shot at it. Make it the best.
That's great advice for everybody, and I think every woman, especially every woman, should follow it. And thank you so much for taking out time for us.
Most certainly.
And thanks to you, Rajiv.
Thank you, also.
We were lucky to catch Rajiv also today for our audience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for being a part of Preeti's success journey, who is an extremely creative, determined, a loving mother, and a compassionate person who took the leap of faith to realize her dreams. By the time this interview was conducted and released, she has moved Dastakari Collections into a much bigger and more spacious studio in Shapurjat area itself. If you liked this episode and thought it is helpful for you or inspiring enough, please don't forget to share it with the friends and family. Also hit the red subscribe button on YouTube to know more about such interviews. Our next guest on Prasidee Podcast is Prashant Yadav, founder and CEO of Statzo, which is a global business intelligence, advanced analytics, and data management solution provider firm. Thank you. Please find all the details of this interview in the description and the podcast show notes. If you like it, please don't forget to hit the red subscribe button below, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends and family. For latest updates, please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you.